So if you followed me for a bit, you already know that I enjoy a clean eating lifestyle and I try to remove as many refined foods as possible. And if you watch my video on top inflammatory foods, you already know all the ones you should be avoiding. But there's a lot of foods that we can eat in our daily life that happen to reduce inflammation as well. So not only are you going to be eating to feel better, you're going to help your body reduce that inflammation and that bloating naturally too. So real quick, I want to talk about inflammation and what it is and explain that inflammation by itself is not a horrible thing. For example, you can have inflammation around an injury because your body is trying to heal it. Chronic inflammation, however, is not related to an injury, and it's just constant inflammation that's related to a poor diet, stress, or just inactivity. And when we get that chronic inflammation, that can cause stress hormones and that can cause constant issues with our body where it's constantly trying to fight this inflammation. So the more we can reduce that inflammation that's not related to an injury, the better. So how do you identify inflammation? Headaches, fatigue, constipation, bloating and gas, joint pain, weight gain or the inability to lose weight, and memory loss. And the reason why we gain weight or we have an inability to lose weight with inflammation is because your body isn't getting the right micronutrients that it needs. So in order to reduce that inflammation, we have a number of things we can do. We can avoid fried foods, we can get better sleep, we can drink more water, and we can incorporate as many of the following foods into our diet on a regular basis in order to help with reducing inflammation. Fatty fish like tuna, mackerel, and salmon, one of my favorites, help to reduce inflammation by being high in omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. Nuts, especially raw and unsalted nuts, are high in polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats and lower in saturated fats. My favorites are almonds, walnuts, and peanuts. Berries are really good for you because they help to reduce inflammation in the body and they help to improve your immune system as well. A few to try would be strawberries, which reduce inflammatory markers that link to heart disease, and blueberries also contain flavonols, which have been shown to reduce inflammation as well. Leafy green veggies like spinach and kale and chard are also really good. They contain a lot of micronutrients that help to reduce inflammation. Tomatoes are another one. So a lot of people get concerned about the acidic levels of tomatoes, but they do contain the phytochemical lycopene, which is an antioxidant, and they're very high in vitamin C, which is a really good anti-inflammatory vitamin. Turmeric is a spice that you can add that has anti-inflammatory properties because it contains curcumin, which is an anti-inflammatory nutrient that is very helpful for that. Extra virgin olive oil is not only tasty and really helpful when you're cooking, it also contains polyphenols, which actually help to prevent inflammatory compounds from being released into the body, and it contains omega-3 fatty acids as well. Cherries, especially tart cherries that are a little bit more red and not as much of the dark maroon color, are going to be helpful for fighting off inflammation and also contain a lot of valuable nutrients and vitamins for your overall health. Yes, dark chocolate is very good for you. It contains flavonols, it contains antioxidants, it is just super delicious to have in general. Just be sure to look for dark chocolate that is 70% cacao percentage or higher. Grapes contain resveratrol, which have been linked to potentially reducing blood pressure and cholesterol. Along with that, the anthocyanins in grapes also reduce inflammatory markers. Peppers, both spicy and bell peppers, have vitamin C and a ton of antioxidants that have been shown to reduce inflammatory markers. Mushrooms also have anti-inflammatory effects. Mushrooms are rich in vitamins and minerals, but a lot of people actually enjoy them raw instead of cooked because it's thought that cooking them actually reduces their inflammatory properties. Broccoli is a tasty cruciferous vegetable that does reduce inflammation, but along with broccoli, foods like Brussels sprouts and cauliflower also reduce inflammation. Yes, they might cause a little bit of additional bloating due to having a high fiber content, but that doesn't mean that it's not helping to reduce overall inflammation. So we all know avocados are super tasty, they have a ton of healthy fats and omega-3 fatty acids, but they also help to reduce inflammation because avocados rock. Not only will a cup or two of green tea a day help reduce your risk for cancer and Alzheimer's, it'll also help improve the number of antioxidants you're getting in that day, and that has very valuable anti-inflammatory properties. Flax seeds are a powerful food as well for inflammation. The alpha-linolenic and omega-3 fatty acids contained in flax seeds all have anti-inflammatory properties. I like to top them on my yogurt bowls, add them into a smoothie, or top them on some covered toast, and it's just so tasty. Garlic is actually thought to help reduce a lot of inflammation, especially inflammation in joints. Garlic has also been shown to help protect against cell damage and actually lower blood pressure as well. Beans are a great anti-inflammatory food because they're high in fiber, and that helps to push any toxins throughout your digestive system out. Just like with cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, a lot of people feel like beans cause inflammation, but what it's actually doing is actually helping relieve the inflammation. You just have to kind of let it go through your digestive system and settle out. Check out my 5-day anti-inflammatory meal plan, which incorporates a ton of these anti-inflammatory foods, and I will see you in the next video.